What's going on, everybody? It's your big brother Tren. You tuned in once again to another exclusive video, man. This is actually a different video. Um, I got a special guest here. I want to introduce y'all to. He's a really good friend of mine. I actually came across his page the other day or whatever, and I'm like, man, who is this cat? And I started looking at his videos and stuff, and I'm like, man, he living out his car. I did that. I mean, and I know a lot of y'all did that too. So um, we're gonna talk about what it's like, you know, uh, picking up your cross and walking your journey, man. Even if that requires you to be by yourself, like in your car. I know a lot of us chosen ones have experienced that on our path, like where we was homeless and we didn't want to move with nobody, we don't want to depend on nobody, and we knew the only thing that we had was just us. So we're gonna discuss this topic tonight, and hopefully some of y'all can relate to what we about to talk about. So I'm about to go ahead and introduce y'all to Jordan Green. Now, mind you, I got a little, I got a little slight cough, man. I got a little minor cold, man. I picked up while being in the sauna and coming out to cold air. My pores open up, and I got like a little slight cold, so I might cough, but I'm all good. But anyway, man, let's get into this topic, man. I want to introduce y'all to Jordan real quick. Jordan, what's good, man? How you doing?
What's going on, bro? I appreciate you for having me, man.
No cap, man. It's all love. Where you where you located at nowadays?
Man, right now I'm in Southern California, but that's subject to change on a day-to-day basis, man. I'm just out here until the wind takes me somewhere else.
Oh, okay. Southern California. You like it?
I love it out here, man. I love it.
Oh, so you originally from Southern California, right? Or you just went out
No,
there?
I'm from Texas.
Oh, okay.
I'm from Texas.
Texas.
I actually, when I transitioned into this lifestyle, I figured might as well come out here. Weather's better, more scenery, easier for me to just kind of focus and get a lot of work done.
Cool, cool. That's what's up, man. So, like I said, Jordan, man, I seen your channel. And I see you just giving it to people raw, just like it is. And it ain't a lot of people that can be, not insecure about their living, their lifestyle when it comes down to where they live at and stuff. A lot of people don't want to show people, that they going through a specific situation and stuff like that. But it's just amazing that you actually showing people your journey of and what it's like living outside your car. So, folks, we about to talk about what it's like living in your car. These are going to be car camping experiences with Jordan Green. Make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video. I got something very special for you. Listen, man. So, um, so Jordan, um, what made you just get up and just want to start living out your car? Like, what was the situation, if you don't mind me asking?
Man, so do you want the long or the short of it?
The shorter one,
All right, so
slash long one.
basically, I made some very, very poor financial decisions, and I found myself in a position where I could either stick with the lifestyle that I had gotten myself into, and I would have to kind of go against the grain of what I really wanted to talk about on my channel and just play the game, if you will, in
Yeah,
order to fund that lifestyle, or I could choose my integrity and at least have my dignity, if nothing else.
yeah.
And if that meant living out of a car, then that meant living out of a car. So basically, I chose the latter route, and here I am.
Awesome. I don't know if you heard of this chick named, what is her name, Janelle Elianis or something. I think that's her
I
name.
think
She,
so, yeah.
she
Curly hair chick, yeah?
yeah, she stayed in a van or something,
Yeah,
and she ended up getting like millions of views on her first two uploads, and she became
yeah.
like this overnight sensation just because she was living out her van. And I found that to be an amazing story. And so let me ask you this: like, where are you going? I mean, like in the next 5 years, where do you see yourself? Are you gonna be like still on YouTube, or are you trying to transition and do life coaching? Whatever. What you trying to do?
Man, honestly, if you had asked me that a few months ago, I could have given you a straight direction. But right now, I'm at a point in my life where I'm learning to really lean into uncertainty because I realized that uncertainty comes with unlimited potential.
Yeah.
So it's really just about being as present as possible and not putting any limitations on myself and just staying true to however I feel, whatever I feel is right at that
Yeah.
point in time.
Yeah,
And I
man.
know that that'll take me wherever I need to go.
Absolutely. So you dependent on the universe, God, to lead you, to
Basically,
guide
yeah,
you, right? You just trust in
faith,
him, right?
all faith.
Right. Um, and like I said, man, that's on my journey. That's kind of how it was for me, because I'm like, yo, I see a lot of people around me that say, they believe in the source, but it's like I didn't see nobody walking on faith, and I'm just like, hold
Yeah,
on, are they doing this right? And I started taking matters into my own hands like you, and I said, man, I'm about to start traveling, and if I have to be in my car, then so be it. At least I'm by myself, I'm healthy, everything's going good. So, what are some of the most craziest experiences you've had while living at your car out in Southern California, bro?
man, I haven't had anything just absolutely crazy happen at this point. Thankfully, I do kind of move a certain way. I kind of stay out the way. I know where not to go, and if an area it feels sketchy to me, then I'm not going to sleep there, or hang out there, or anything like that. So I don't really leave too much room for crazy stuff to happen. But I would just say the day-to-day experiences of little things like having to cut my hair in a parking lot,
Yeah.
stuff like that. It kind of just it really changes your perception
Right.
in a lot of different ways. Like you learn to appreciate the smallest things in life. So I
Right.
would
Right.
say the experience in and of itself, that's been the craziest thing for me.
Right. So you travel all the way from Texas by car to Southern Cal.
Yeah.
Damn. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So like I think you made a
Appreciate that.
video where, if I'm not mistaken, it might have been some other person uh car camping or whatever. Did you almost get caught by the police or something by being in
Yeah.
a area you wasn't supposed to be in?
Yeah. So I think in retrospect, I probably that might have been a little overblown. I think I was just a little paranoid because I was still kind of new to the lifestyle. I mean, I'm still only a month in right now. It's like a month to the day. But yeah, man, basically I was sleeping in front of a Planet Fitness. It's one of my regular spots, this particular Planet Fitness, because there's other people who do it. And I got a little too comfortable. I wasn't really thinking in terms of stealth or whatever anymore. So I was just kind of being a little more not I wasn't doing anything crazy, but just I wasn't really trying to hide at
Yeah.
that point. And the security guard walked right in front of my car. I thought I was safe because I had the front of my car up to the curb. But he walked up on the curb and I heard him talking on the phone and I seen him walk, but he didn't see me.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about my whole entire being just froze up, bro.
Yeah.
I never froze up like that in my life.
Yeah.
But I didn't get caught though.
Yeah. Man, some people just nosy as hell. Like, mind your business.
I'm saying.
Ain't nobody bothering you.
I'm saying.
Some people just take things way too serious. It's like, um
It
but
tripped
yeah,
me out because he wasn't even looking though. So it was like, what's the point of walking up there if you're not
yeah,
even gonna look?
right.
But
So let me ask you this, like, as far as like, eating goes and stuff like that, how do you manage your eating schedule and stuff, even though you don't stay like in a physical home or nothing? Like, how does that work? Do you go to restaurants, or do you just go to the store, buy something and just eat it in your car, or what?
so I basically buy a bunch of non-perishable items, things that don't really need to be refrigerated or anything like that. Those also tend to be very cheap, and I'm vegan, so
Right.
that's kind of another little obstacle that I had to overcome. But I kind of got it down to a science now, where I'm able to get the macros that I want. I'm able to keep the expenses down, and it's all non-perishable. So
Yeah.
canned food has been really, really helpful for me. Granted, of course, I'm still generating income with my channel and whatnot, so I
Yeah.
can eat out, but I try not to do that too much just because that adds up real quick, especially out here in SoCal, where
Yeah.
they be taxing for food. So definitely try to be disciplined with that so I can stack my bread.
So basically, you on your core camping journey, but you doing it to expand your consciousness. Like, even though, like you said, you make money, but you just doing this for self development, right? Like,
It's a mix of everything. I
yeah,
mean, I made some really, really, really bad financial decisions, bro. And I'm talking about, thankfully, I'm not in any crazy debt or anything like that. But I need to pay off this car, and I'm just trying to get my money back up to where it once was,
Yeah.
so then I can move around a little more comfortably and not really have that paycheck to paycheck sort of mentality. But then also there's the spiritual aspect of walking into uncertainty. Because to your point earlier, I mean, I didn't really want to be a hindrance to my parents by moving back in with them, even though they've offered me multiple times, like, yo, you just come back with us. But to me, it's like I believe in taking those leaps of faith because that's where the real growth happens.
Yeah.
I can make progress living with them, but I won't really grow
Right.
because I've already been there before. So
Right.
to me, it's just about, I guess I'm addicted to that. I'm addicted to the feeling of growth,
Right.
spiritually, psychologically, everywhere else in between.
Right. I heard somebody say that on Instagram. It was like, man, I'm addicted. I'm ambitious, determined. I'm addicted to growth. Like, it's people out here really like that, y'all. And you might be one of them. So, like, me personally, one thing I know about the law of attraction and the universe, you can't manifest things the way and at the rate that you want to if you are in a routine pattern every single day. Like, you do the same thing from Sunday to Saturday every single day. And so many people expect different results, but they fail to realize that the universe is unorthodox. It really gives you what you need when you're just being random. When you just decide to get in your car and just live it out, thug it out, do it on your own. That's when you start to experience the best life experiences that you can possibly find, because ain't no telling what you'll find when you just start doing things on your own. And I always stress a lot because I talk to a lot of people on phone sessions and stuff like that, and I just hate to see people still, they on their journey, so to speak, but it's like they still codependent on another person to be their backbone. And it's just like you're never gonna grow like that if you keep going backwards and not forward and trusting in him, source. You're never gonna see like the miraculous things happen in your life because you're doing the same thing expecting different results. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So shouts out to everybody in this live chat, man. I got Jordan Green in here, man. um what is it like living in your car, homeless life, um car camping experience. And see, here's the thing about the word homeless. It's got a bad rip to it because a lot of people that's like considered homeless, they actually not really homeless. It's just like they have a mission. Okay, they have a purpose, a mission, and we don't know what people going through, and we can't judge them and say, oh, you don't got no car, ha ha ha. We live in a world nowadays, Jordan, where it's like people look at material things and that be the determining factor of how much respect they gonna give you. Oh, where do you stay? Do you have an apartment or a house? What kind of car you drive? Like, that's the typical mindset of most people, and it's like they will never see the truth until they get out there on their own and doing something like Jordan Green doing right now. So, bro, how long have you been doing this? How long have you been like living at your car and stuff?
So I moved out of my apartment, I want to say December 10th. So about a month.
Cool.
And that month kind of flew by, man. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I've kind of adapted to the lifestyle, so now it's just about figuring out how else I can expand
Yeah.
and walk into that uncertainty even further.
Yeah. What do you do all throughout your day? Like, what did you do today, if you don't mind me asking?
Man, so today, I slept in to probably about 9:30, give or take. Usually when I wake up, first thing I do, because I sleep in front of the gym, I go to the gym and then I handle all my hygienic needs, and then I'll work out if it's a workout day. If not, I'll just stretch and all that. And then I'll go get my work bag, my laptop and everything. I'll go work in the gym, use their Wi-Fi. So I
Mm-hmm.
do emails, I do some journaling, I might write, things like that.
Yeah.
And then after that, I usually just hop in the car, eat breakfast, meditate, just try to find a vibe. I'm the type of person who, it's gonna sound weird, but I'm a homebody.
Yeah.
So even living this car life, I spend a lot of time in the car. So it's really just about finding a cool place to hang out. I like good views, so I try to find a place with a really good view, hang
Yeah.
out there. Might do some more work. I filmed a video today,
Yeah.
edited the video. Now I'm just doing the stream. So
Yep.
I mean, it's a lot easier to manage your time and get a lot done when you're living in a car because there's less distractions.
Yeah. Yeah. Less distractions. Yep. And like I said, you see the most results when you by yourself. When you doing it all by yourself, man, all kind of great things start happening. And you know, it's good that you are finding peace with yourself doing what you're doing, man. That's how I was when I was out there, riding around in my car with blankets in the back, toothbrush, pillows. Nobody knew it though because I kept it to myself. But like I said, I just got to that point where I got tired of staying with girlfriends, family members. I got tired of that. So I was like, yeah, you know what? To hell with this, man. I'm gonna just start doing me. And it gives you so much peace and so much serenity when you by yourself on this journey, man. It's like it's the greatest thing ever. And so let me ask you this, bro. Um, let me ask you this question. So you got siblings?
Yeah, I have one sister.
Oh, you lucky, man. You lucky, bro. You ain't got too much to worry about. All right. So, does your parents and them know that you doing this? Your sister?
Yeah. I brought up the idea to them maybe a month prior.
Yeah.
Pretty much right after I got this car, I started to kind of do some brainstorming because I was watching that content,
Yeah.
like the woman that you mentioned earlier, amongst other people.
Yeah.
So I started to see that this lifestyle doesn't have to be miserable.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? You can be relatively comfortable living in a car.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell people this is a lot closer to being in an apartment than it is to being in a tent on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Because being out here in LA, you get some real perspective
Mm-hmm.
of just how bad some people have it. But I told them about I gave them a rough draft of what I wanted to do.
Yep.
Obviously, they thought I was crazy. And to this day, they still think I'm crazy. But, at a
Yeah.
certain point, you have to trust yourself.
Yeah.
And I
Absolutely.
didn't get this far on my YouTube journey, being able to self-publish books, things like that. I didn't get this far by just listening to what other people told me. It's always when I listen to my intuition,
Yeah.
because that's the language of source energy.
Right.
So once you learn to speak that language, you become proficient, you become fluent. At that point, even when you're journey from the outside looking in, it looks like, oh, he's just homeless in the car, but they don't know that the master plan's already been written for me.
Right. Right.
I'm just taking it step by step.
You just following that voice, your intuition.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
So I'm pretty sure like some of your family members or even your parents, I'm pretty sure they be looking at your journey, man, like, wow,
Oh
like
yeah.
he's really doing his thing out there, and it's like it's helping him succeed because, bro, that's a hell of an achievement if you got over hundreds of thousands of subscribers, man. And you know what I'm saying? You already made it pretty much, you know. And you do got the YouTube silver play button, right?
I do, yeah. I left it back at my parents' house because I didn't want to even risk that getting stolen, but I do
Yeah.
have it.
Have you ever met other people that are car camping, um, and living in their car while homeless?
I haven't really met too many, but I've definitely seen them.
Right.
Like now that I'm doing it, I guess I probably saw them before, but I just wasn't aware because I wasn't doing it, so I didn't know what to look for. But
Right.
you can just tell with people's demeanors and whatnot. You can kind of tell sometimes when people are living in the car, especially at the gym. So I
Yeah.
see them, but I don't really, I'm just kind of more low key.
Yeah. Man, California. I mean, not that that's the reason why you living out your car, but California is bad about homelessness, man. I heard.
Yeah,
It's a lot of people in the streets
it's
don't got no
bad.
place to go and no car to stay in. Not even a car.
Not even a tent. I mean, I see
Right.
people sleeping just on the sidewalk. But
Right.
I'll say this: it's bad, but it's not as bad. I feel as people make it seem.
Right.
It's not like just on every single street you're gonna see camps and all that. I mean, it's just certain areas you just learn. Okay, this isn't really the best area for me to be around, especially if I have valuables in my car. So you just kind of learn the the flow of everything.
Right. Nice. Nice. Good, man. So, you made a video today. How often do you make videos?
Right now, I'm posting 3 times a week, but there was a pretty good span where I was posting every day. So that was kind of my norm. Right now, I'm just more so, I love making videos, but my thing is more of soul searching.
Right.
And so I'm really trying to detach from the hustle mentality, and that can be very difficult.
Yeah.
That can be very, very difficult. But especially when you're self-employed, a lot of
Hmm.
times you don't really have, you either don't have an on switch or you don't have an off switch.
Yeah.
For me, I don't have an off switch. So it's really just consciously taking some time to step back. And I noticed that whenever I do that, when I trust that voice, I'm rewarded. I took a break from YouTube recently, went about 2 to 3 weeks without uploading, got my first million view video. A
What?
lot of people don't understand that. I'm saying, like, and it's a video that I posted May of 2021.
Right.
So it's really just when you follow that voice, you'll be rewarded
Yeah.
in the least expected ways. Because I never would have saw that coming.
Yeah. Definitely. That's amazing, man. You got a video with 1 million views. That is extremely difficult to do, bro. Congratulations.
Saying, man, I appreciate
Congratulations
that.
on that, man.
Appreciate that.
So let me ask you this. So your whole mission purpose right now is what? Are you trying to show people that if they want to do something great with their life, that it's okay to live in a car? I mean, what's your mission behind doing what you do?
I say it's just being a vessel of the divine, whatever that means to anyone watching this, whatever the divine means to you. My thing is just showing people that if you take that leap of faith and you follow your intuition, everything will fall into place. It may not be in the time frame that you want it to be, but it'll be in the time frame that you need it to be
Yep.
because you won't ever receive it until you're ready for it.
Yep.
And that's a lesson that I learned the hard way is I was able to get a lot of the materialistic things that I thought I wanted, but I wasn't really ready for them mentally. And so I fumbled the bag hard. But
Right.
also, I just want to show people that it's okay to embrace where you are in life
Right.
because this is just a chapter of my story. To me, the bigger the adversity that you face, the more inspirational your story will be. So
Right.
in a few years, people can't say, "Oh, Jordan, you just got lucky." No, because I show my work. You know,
Yeah.
in math class, they always made you show your work. You can't just have the answer. You got to show your work. I show
Hmm.
my work. I leave the receipts. So I show you. Not. I don't just tell you. I show you that if you follow your intuition and you trust in the divine, whatever that is to you, you'll be supported.
Oh,
And
yep.
so far, that's been true. That's proven to be true time and time again on my journey. And it's
Yep.
all there on my channel.
Yep. You can't make this shit up. Can't make it up.
Okay.
And see, you know, you got a lot of people out here that's trying to help people, and they claim to be like coaches or counselors or whatever, and in all reality, they're not living that lifestyle. Like, they're not out there, um, you know, walking the walk versus talking the talk. And you can usually tell people who tell who people like that are, man, because stuff just won't add up. Me personally, Jordan, bro, that's how I got all my videos, over 2,300 videos. And people always ask, like, bro, how you make so many videos? Because, bro, you know how much stuff I had to struggle with going through being homeless, moving in Airbnb to Airbnb to Airbnb, living in a car. Had so many stories to talk about, and I know that's the situation you in. It's like every day going through your journey, it's something to talk about because it's you never did it before, you know.
Exactly. And I think the only way you can really do that, the only way you can get to 2,300 videos plus is you have to have that transparency about you. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's what holds a lot of people back is they're not willing to admit to other people that they're going through this or that they've been through this because they're not even willing to admit it to themselves.
Right.
Because to them, you feel me, they place so much of their self-worth in the way that other people see them.
Right.
But what I've
Right.
learned is that that doesn't get you anywhere in life.
Right.
Is once you stop caring that you give yourself permission to walk your own path. And
Mm-hmm.
that's where all the abundance is found. And I'm not just talking about the material abundance, I'm talking about the abundance that stays with you even when you're living out of a car.
Yeah. Yeah. And speaking of abundance and prosperity and success, for those of you who don't know, it's a lot of successful people right now that were homeless at one point and were living out their car. Like, Tyler Perry, Jim Carrey, what's his name?
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey, Eddie Murphy, and there's no secret to the formula. There's no shortcut to success. You have to go through your path, okay? And sometimes that path might not always be sweet, And I think that's what a lot of people looking for. They looking for like this happy meal success, like without doing the work, without living homeless, without having not to depend on nobody. They looking for everything to be handed to them like on a silver platter, failing to realize you never gonna get to where you want to go because you're too afraid to step out there and start doing your own thing without caring what people think, man. You know?
100%, man. I think something that people don't understand is that it's hard being successful too.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard not being successful and it's hard being successful. It's just that you have a different set of problems. So really, all the adversity that you go through is setting you up, is giving you the character development that you need to be able to uphold the life that you're asking for. But if you don't want to go through the adversity, it's like going to the gym, trying to deadlift 600 pounds, and you never deadlifted the bar before.
Right.
You got to go through that process. There's no cheating the process. You could try to cheat the process, but you can't complain when everything collapses.
Right. Absolutely. Can't cheat the process of success, folks. Y'all heard it from Jordan Green. He out there living up. Man, it's like germs going around, ain't it? It's like,
I'm saying, man, they got me.
Yeah, it got me too, bro. I don't never get sick. Like, I'm not sick, but I'm just like, my symptoms is like a little bit off. You know what I mean? But like, I'm like, yo, what the hell? I got chills. What the hell? Like,
I'm saying.
But it's all love though. We straight. I'm posting your link in the chat. I know you can't see it on your end, but y'all make sure y'all go and follow Jordan Green. He's living out his car. He's car camping. He a straight OG for that. A straight boss for that. You feel me? And I'm pretty sure some of y'all can be motivated by that. If you in a situation right now where you got a roommate, y'all don't get along, or you stay with your mama or your daddy, y'all don't see eye to eye, just consider just getting out there and doing your own thing, man. You wouldn't feel you wouldn't feel a greater peace. You would feel so peaceful because you all you have and you all you have to depend on. Can't nobody do nothing or tell you to do nothing because it's just you. So make sure y'all go and add Jordan Green on his YouTube channel right now, folks. And let me ask y'all this out there in the crowd. Has anybody out there ever been homeless? Just say I have. Or are you living at your car right now? I just want to see from a show of hands so I can tell Jordan, since he can't see the chat on his end, I want to see how many people out there is living like this or who done been through this at one point. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Okay. Shouts out to Team SSG. Shouts out to Derek V. He says, I was there months ago, but now I just got an apartment. Cool. Shout out to Kelly Waters. Driver McGuire. See, so a lot of people have been in that situation. Unfortunately, I have. Okay. It's crazy by yourself. Yep, yo, I found you again. Yeah, so again, folks, I see y'all hands. I see y'all yeses. That's what's up. You stronger than the average person, man. Because a lot of people can't do what Jordan doing. A lot of people don't have the courage to do what he's doing. Now, look at how God has blessed him with his YouTube channel, even though he, car camping. That's a blessing. Got a video with 1 million views, over 147,000 subscribers, getting paid, able to be living in Southern California. How many of y'all want to go to Southern California, man? Come on now. You got to go. It's nice out there. But anyway, Jordan, is there anything you want to say to everybody right now about, being homeless and what it requires and what they're gonna experience.
Yeah, man. I feel like it's all about your perspective. I had a conversation with my friend back in 2020, and this always resurfaces in my mind now, given how my life has panned out. But I remember we were just out here, we were out hooping, and I told him that I think he said something along the lines of, "Man, I can't imagine being homeless. That'd be miserable." And I told him, I don't know where this came from at the time, but I told him that if you're at peace with yourself, you're at home no matter where you go. And that's really proven to be true for me. Just finding out who you really are and what you really value. And a lot of times putting yourself into a situation like this, even if you're not homeless, doing something like selling everything that you have, going back to the
Yep.
bare necessities of what you need in your day-to-day life, that could really go a long way in helping to detach your self-worth from the extraneous things in life,
Right.
from all
Right.
of the materialistic, hedonistic pleasures.
Right.
So it's really just about figuring out who you are, and from there, you'll never truly be homeless
Never.
because you're at home everywhere.
Right. I think it's a scripture in the Bible out there, you Bible scholars, that says something about when Jesus met, I think it was one of the disciples at the water, and the disciple was like, "Hey, can I go with you? What do I need to bring?" And I think Jesus said, "You don't need nothing. Just come on." You know what I mean? And man, that I remember when I got on your journey. When I got on your journey, I remember I had a whole lot of clothes, bro. Guess what? I took all my clothes to the Goodwill and donated them. I sold my car for like a couple $1,000s. I didn't have nothing because I know that you don't need nothing in order to like start making progress and becoming successful and stuff like that. You just need yourself, just you, you know. And
Exactly.
so I took my $2,000, got me a plane flight, and I went right to where you at right now. I went to Southern California and I was at Venice Beach. That's crazy. Yeah, man. It was amazing feeling. Like, did you feel that energy when you got out there? Like, yo, this is it.
Man, I mean, I've loved it out here. Every time I come out here, like I always wanted to come back. So I knew that this is where I was going to end up, at least for the foreseeable future. But just when I saw that skyline, bro, when I saw that downtown LA skyline, and I had like a prophetic dream about this months ago. I had taken that same trip, and funny enough, on the way in, my GPS diverted me from I-10. So it took me on this strange random path. I don't even know which freeway it was, but I saw the same exact view that I had seen in my dream months ago. And that moment right there, that was when I knew that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be.
Yep.
So there was the just that magic of like I'm here, but then there was that deeper feeling of I'm here.
Yep.
I've arrived.
Yep. California is like that place that you just always dream of going to, and it's like you'll do anything to get there because it's Cali, man. It's beautiful, you know. But anyway, Jordan, man, I'm glad you was able to get on here with us tonight, man, and tell your story. What's it like living in your car, homeless, car camping experience? I hope y'all out there got something out of this message. I hope it inspired you. Just take an example from him, man. Just make sure y'all subscribe and look at his story as he continue to level up, just by living in his car. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you doing better than most people that stay in a home, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, bro.
Man, you doing better than a lot of people, man. You actually found your purpose, which is the most important thing in life. And you are sustaining yourself because you actually, went out there and you wasn't scared. And so, man, I gotta give you a hand clap for that one, bro. We appreciate it, bro. So again, y'all, this is Jordan Green. Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel, man. Watch his journey. Bro, thank you so much for joining our channel, man. It's your big brother Tren G, y'all, with Jordan Green. We out this joint. Peace.
Sure, man. Thanks for having me.
No problem, bro. Peace.